I'm really fascinated by what's going on here. I'm a pretty scientific person, so I'm actually really interested that they're heating up this material to such a high level and seeing glass that you normally see in a solid state going to a more viscous state. So seeing matter that kind of is changing in a way is really fascinating to me, and then what they can do with it in that state I think is just so cool, and the shapes they're forming and the way that they're manipulating it and just creating new things from what was just a solid block before I think is just amazing, and I've never seen anything like it with this kind of material before, so I love it.
It's something completely different from anything that you have ever worked with. It's different from every media, and it's really, you know, you're playing with something that's 1,000+ degrees, and it's a lot of danger in it. It's kind of nice.
It's exciting, it's an adventurous, it's frightening sometimes. It's like wrestling and dancing all at the same time.
My parents took me to a demonstration glass blower in Detroit, Michigan, and I was probably about 9 years old, and it was sort of it had a lot of different things to it. It had like a blacksmith and different things to see at this park, and I was transfixed by the glass blowing. And
Glass blowing really isn't a lot of blowing, it's a lot of rolling and gravity and physics and things of that nature.
As soon as I saw the medium, I was absolutely mesmerized, taken. There's nothing else that I wanted to do. I didn't have any questions about what I should do with my life or what I should be. It was a glass blower. That was it. I saw it and I wanted to be it.
I think most people that are drawn to glass blowing are, they like to have a challenge to overcome. They like putting a puzzle together and figuring out how things are done. And so I think a lot of glass blowers sort of start out that way. It's a very challenging art form to learn. It takes many years, and it's, you know, you're working with a molten fluid, and so you have to really sort of learn how to work with that to learn how to make stuff. And then kind of later on, you sort of realize, well, geez, I should kind of make something that I want to be happy with too, and then you start to focus on what you're actually making a little bit more. But I think a lot of glass blowers start and have this feeling of a challenge, sort of overcoming a challenge, of learning how to do it. So.
Oh my God. The most frustrating moment was I was making this piece called a Whopper, where essentially you have one person make the body of a vase and then your other partner makes the neck of the vase. And I finally got one that really, really worked, and it was just like perfect. And there's a step where you are taking off the pipe. It's the very last step, and I tagged the bench and the whole thing just shattered on the ground.
It's so unbelievable because it's a substance that it really, like, you've never seen it before. It's kind of hard to explain. It's like this putty taffy thing, and it looks so raw and natural.
Working with glass makes me feel happy, excited, frustrated, pissed off.
Glass art can make people feel happy when they look at it, and you know, so when things have an aesthetic quality to them, that basically creates the whole of human culture. You know, are the art forms, and that's what kind of defines us, is what our art forms are.
It's really it's affected my life in a really good way, and I've really enjoyed doing it.
Working with that hot temperature and only having, you know, either a wet newspaper or whatever tools between you and the glass, you know, gives you a sense of power, a sense of danger, and it's a lot of fun.
It's adventurous at times when I'm trying new things. I don't know, it's not really one thing, and I'm constantly trying new techniques, and I don't know, so that's, I guess, where the frustration part of it comes in, but then it's so rewarding once I actually get something down.
Working with glass is like being 5 and it's your birthday.
I've never really felt this strongly about a certain medium of art before, and it's just amazing to work with it, just like getting so close to it and just feeling that burn. It's a really good feeling.
Working with glass is it's really fun.
You really don't get a lot of time to think about things. So what you get to do is just kind of lose yourself in the moment of glass blowing and the fluidity of the glass, and just provide you an empty space in your head where you don't get to think about a lot of stuff. So you get to watch the transition, the alchemy of glass. And it's such a fast and fluid medium that it's really isn't a lot of time to think about things. There's just really a lot of time to enjoy stuff.